Hello dear fans, friends, subscribers, this is your host Ram welcoming you to the morning edition of the Cricket Happening Show. And on this particular Cricket Happening Show, well, I'm going to talk about three matches. One is yesterday I was talking about the Cricket Australia, where Aaron Finch and Ryan Carters had gone on to a very huge partnership, and today they smashed the first class record in Australia as far as opening partnerships are concerned, and that is 503 runs for the first wicket, with Aaron Finch contributing a very in fact almost reaching a triple century there. He was not out on 288 with 24 fours and 7 sixes, and Ryan Carters was not out on 209 with 18 boundaries. But the match had its share of troubles, and finally this particular match was abandoned because they found that the pitch was unfit and was absolutely bone dry. So that is something which I'll be definitely talking about. And then the Australian squad, keeping the news in Australia. As you know, New Zealand are about to play their first test match at the Gabba, and I was telling you Australia are going to announce their team. And today Australia announced their team, and well, there was not a lot of surprises, one could say. Joe Burns, who had done well against India when he made his debut against India, when India were there in Australia, he has been inducted into the test team for the first test at the Gabba. And Usman Khwaja makes a comeback after playing against England. As he makes a comeback, as you know, he made his debut against England, was impressive, but then he went through some loss of form, and then once again through sheer I would say sheer willpower, he continued to play very well in the Australian domestic county scene, and finally he merited a place here. So he is back. And the other matches, as you know, India and South Africa, we are waiting for the Test series to start, which is what one is really waiting for after South Africa dominated both the T20 and the One Day International Series. And today there was a warm-up match which was played within the South Africans and the board presidents 11. The board presidents 11 bowled out for 296, and South Africans replied with 46 for 2. I'll be coming to that, but first let's have a look at the what happened between Cricket Australia. As I said, Cricket Australia, this particular team, they went on to put 503, smashing the first class record in Australia as far as Australian first class cricket record is concerned, as Ryan Carters with 209 with 18 boundaries, and Aaron Finch with 288 not out with 24 fours and 7 sixes, shattered all the records as they raised 503 runs for one wicket. That was only one wicket, and as soon as Ryan Carter's wicket was taken for 209 by Latham, and that was it. They decided that this match will be called off, and a 4-day fixture was called off on within 2 days. In fact, less than 2 days they called off the match because they found that the pitch was really unfit, and we also saw some balls really rear up. So that's the precise reason they decided that they would call off this particular match. Very unfortunate, but one does not know whether it is going to go into the records. That is what one is trying to find out. This is what the news that I have. The match has been drawn, so that is done. And let's have a look at that particular match as to what status they are given, because there was a talk going on that this particular match might not have the status. So I'm just trying to see whether I can share that information with you. Yes, due to pitch concerns, the match was abandoned, which was pretty sad to see. The other, as I said, then keeping the news in Australia, the cricket news is that Australian squad for the first test of the Gabba has been announced. And well, if you look at the team, it's David Warner. The first time we are going to see Stephen Smith lead the Australian team in the whole series. As you know, he took over from Michael Clarke, and this is also an era for Australia where they have lost some big names. I mean, lost in the sense due to retirement of many big cricketers. Like if you have a look at it, if you really have a look at it, as you know, there is no Michael Clarke. Michael Clarke has retired. There is no Chris Rogers, who has also retired. and there is also retirement for Ryan Harris. So a lot of players have said goodbye. So this is, according to me, a sort of a new era which is starting for Australian cricket, where the youngsters are going to be really in the mix, and that's what precisely we are seeing. So David Warner, Joe Burns, as I said, who made an impressive debut against India, has got his place in the team. Usman Khwaja makes a comeback with really performing well after making his debut against England, as you would know. Stephen Smith being the captain of Australia for an entire series. Now Adam Burgess was impressed with his batting against West Indies when he made his debut. Is retained. Mitchell Marsh, upcoming all-rounder. Peter Neville, the wicketkeeper. Brad Haddin also retired. So Peter Neville, the wicketkeeper, now has to really see to it that he continues to play well. Well, he has already shown his prowess, no doubt about it. The bowling will be in the hands of Mitchell Johnson and Mitchell Starc. Mitchell Starc wants Mitchell Johnson to hunt with them because he felt they are very successful opening pair. So Mitchell Starc will be handling the new ball according to me. Peter Siddle will add that bit of pace and aggression to the attack. Josh Hazlewood did impressively against India, as you would remember. It would be interesting to see. That would be something which will be good to see in this battle which will be going on between Australia and New Zealand. We call the Trans-Tasman series. Nathan Lyon, the right-arm off spinner, always, as you know, he's one of those, definitely he's one of those very good off spinners that Australia has. So that is something that we are looking out for. So as far as Australia is concerned, that is the team which has been selected for the first test, which is going to be played between Australia and New Zealand at the Gabba. Now, the next news that I'm going to talk about is the match, the board presidents 11 from India taking on the South Africans just before the test series started. It was played at the Brabourne Stadium here in Mumbai, and South Africans were the ones who were bowling. So Indian board presidents 11 batted first, and they were all out for 296. If you look at the card there, KL Rahul was very impressive. He was the highest scorer with 72 with 13 delectably timed boundaries. Naman Oja impressed with the bat, 252 with 7 fours and 1 6. 44 coming from Karun Nair, who is also another impressive talent from India. So 44 with 9 fours, a stroke fill 44. Hitesh Pandya, as you know, I already promised a lot with his showing in the Indian Premier League 2015. Is a guy, he's a very good tonker of the ball. He showed us why by tonking the spinners really hard, as he cracked 22. In fact, Hitesh Pandya cracked 47 of 55 balls, 6 fours and 3 sixes. We also had Jaiprakash Yadav, another good hitter of the ball, 22 with 2 boundaries, and the Indian board presidents were all out for 296. Unmuk Chand was out cheaply for 4. Cheteshwar Pujara, the captain, was dismissed for 5 by a beautiful delivery from Philander, which moved away from Pujara. Shreyas Iyer, who is a very impressive talent which is emerging as far as from Mumbai is concerned, who played already has shown that this bloke has some real talent in him. Shreyas Iyer was a victim of stain for 9. 15 coming from Jackson, and then other than that we saw 296 all. Let's have a look at the South African bowling card. Dale Steyn 3 for 46, 2 for 37 for Philander, 3 for 41 for Harmer, and Rabada bowled 8 overs, 1 minute, and none for 35. Really looking forward to see Kagiso Rabada in action with all his pace when he hurls it at the Indians in the test series. Morne Mortal bowled 5 overs and all were maidens. And as far as South Africa were concerned, in reply, they lost 2 wickets for 46 runs before close of play, with Shardul Thakur, the seamer, capturing both the wickets when he dismissed Stan Van Zyl for 18 with 4 boundaries. Simon Harper, the North batsman, was sent packing by Shardul Thakur for just 4 with 1 boundary. Dean Elgar was not out on 18, and South Africa at close of play 46 for 2 in this warm-up game against the Indian board presidents 11. This is a 2-day match, so just a warm-up match, one could say. But nevertheless, that is as far as that match is concerned. Other than that, let me see whether there is any cricket news. The cricket news that is coming up says that the New Zealand cricketer Nathan McCullum has decided that he is going to bring down the curtain on his international cricket career after this particular tour. So he's gone. The Pakistani captain Misbah-ul-Haq, who was planning to retire after the series in the United Arab Emirates, has been urged by the Pakistan Cricket Board to still stay on for quite some time. And we all know Misbah-ul-Haq, what a role he plays as far as Pakistan cricket is concerned. He's a sort of a cement. According to me, he's like a strong cement in this Pakistan team, because he is the one who constructs the innings. He really constructs the innings. Always he's there when the chips are down for Pakistan. He has always taken Pakistan out of jail and bailed them out of a crisis every time he's come to the crease. And I call him the crisis man for Pakistan. He has done a wonderful job as a captain. He has a great record, and I think Pakistan Cricket Board, I think Misbah-ul-Haq definitely is the cool as a cucumber captain too, and Misbah-ul-Haq truly deserves the credit that he's getting, that the Pakistan Cricket Board, if at all I can think about the Pakistan Cricket Board, it only happened when the mercurial Imran Khan was roped in sense he was requested by the president of the Pakistan, the former president, the late former president, President Zia-ul-Haq, who requested Imran Khan to come out of retirement, which he did. So once again we see that the Pakistan Cricket Board has requested now Misbah-ul-Haq to hang on, and it will be interesting to see what is the decision Misbah-ul-Haq would take. And I think Pakistan are definitely crippled in test matches without Misbah-ul-Haq, because he is such a, as I said, he's like a strong bond in the Pakistan cricket team. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I think I am almost coming to an end of this cricket show, but I am just trying to check the waters as to see is there anything that I missed upon as far as my cricket show is concerned. So once that is done, well, other than that, I feel England are going to rest Mark Wood for the third test matches coming up. The other news is also not good, that Imran Khan, the pace bowler who showed a lot of aggression and he was called by the umpires too, has also been ruled out of the third test after splitting a webbing in his bowling hand, which is unfortunate. So that is as far as the third test match in Sharjah is concerned, which is starting on Sunday, as you all know, between Pakistan and England. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I think I have really waxed very eloquent on all this cricketing matters now, and I think it's about time for me to end this cricket show for today. Hope you all enjoyed this cricket show, and hoping to see you all tomorrow on my next cricket happening show. And till such time I see you, dear fans and subscribers, it's your host Ram saying goodbye. Thank you.